So if you guys ever want to have like a hobby that will teach you and just be an extremely puzzling thing to accomplish, VCR repair. I find that repairing VCRs is relaxing and then frustrating. It's difficult and it can be so time consuming, but it is like a huge fucking puzzle that is so hard to fix. I have this one VCR that has been giving me trouble for about 2 years now. It's a 1982 RCA. Picked it up out of a dumpster. Used to kind of work. I have spent so much time troubleshooting it, maintaining it, because it seems like every time I try to do something, it's always busted. Well, that's how it is for all my VCRs. I just spent 4 hours troubleshooting my other one, which I think is a Sanyo, or it's an RCA also. Interesting. Because I have a pile of old VHS tapes of home movies and things that I've recorded, and I'm trying to stream it and record it on my computer in high resolution and all that kind of stuff so I can get a good copy. But I can't get this either VCR to fucking work. So I've kind of given up on this newer RCA, and I've gone back to just maybe trying the older one. And this time I noticed something a little bit different. So a good way to troubleshoot VCRs is you use your fingers to hold in all the switches and cover the little IR, or the little IR detector, so it thinks there's the tape in there, and so you can play it and you can watch all the mechanisms work or not work when it thinks there's the tape in there. So you can see what happens whenever the tape is obscure, where normally the tape will be obscuring it. Well, this time I noticed there was this little wheel that would turn. It was a different wheel than I'd expected, because usually they have one of these wheels that's in between the main wheels, or the main like watsits for the two like take up and pick up reel or whatever it is, and it goes back and forth. But there's this other one up here, and I'd never seen it. So I took a lot of things apart, took this little thing off, and I happened to find a rubber band that was actually really thick and fit on this. So here's the cracked and very like slick belt thing. It's not really a belt. It's like a wheel lining. It's a friction drive thing. And this one just seems to be really slick, and it wouldn't have any friction anymore. Found this, and although it's not directly thin enough or thick enough, it's so wide that one side pushes out. So I think it can work on this one edge right here. It might pop off, but I mean, who knows? We can give it a shot. It's better than that thing, that's for sure. This is such a puzzle. So this goes in here. This goes on there. So there we have that. This is all fine and dandy. Now we have a pin that'll go over this. Oh, fuck me. See now, so this is the unfun part. The part that's infuriating. Getting the piece of shit back together. More like shaking it upside down to get all the fucking parts out. No, nothing came out. So, it's most likely stuck to a magnet of some sort. And that magnet is most likely in a motor. Okay. Okay, that did not work, and this really just immediately puts me in the mood for not wanting to film. So, what I did was I put the black wheel back on, then put the white on the outside. We'll see if that does. Because the white was okay, except for it was too small. Well, now it won't have that issue. I recommend if you're ever doing something like this, get dental tweezers. an actual dentist like these ones. I think my aunt or someone was a dentist. They gave me this a long time ago. But yeah. I think you can buy them on eBay. There's the model number, if that helps. HS100-3313 stainless. I don't know if that's, might just be the type of steel. Who knows? Okay, so that is like that. And then the cross arm that comes down here. Now this one is extremely hard to get on, so I found that it's best just to hook it on. Okay, the arm itself is easy to get on, but the spring attached to it is hard to get on when it is in. So it's on that little hook there, like right here. So that's good. Especially if I'm doing this one-handed now. Moves up and down. And there we go. Nice. It should fit fine. There we go. Nice. Otherwise you have to split it apart with that one screw in the middle. I don't want to do that. And that goes up there. Let me top it off with that. There we go. So I'm going to hold, I found that this one doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to hold that. So that, that. Okay, I'm going to hit play. We're going to see if this little wheel turns at all. No, it does not. Now I'm getting no power to the motor. See, it's always little itty bitty stuff like that. But it is working, and that's really nice. Ah, it's so nice. Well, I will say, for one thing, the connection between this and the reel is much stronger, so if I hit like fast forward, it has very fast response, and so that's very good. Unfortunately, I noticed that one issue I was having was this pulley, or this little rubber band that I'd replaced a pulley with. It's starting to degrade and stuck to one of the pulleys, so it was no longer moving. So that was one issue. It's still not getting electrical impulse toward it, so that's probably an electrical issue. Which, for some reason, I had this exact same problem on the other VCR that I spent 4 hours fixing, and that one had this same issue where the electronics won't work. So, I don't know. I think maybe it's a little bit of human error. If I go in reverse, it's still kind of shitty. That's just because it uses this reel, I think this wheel, to go in reverse, and I tried coating that one with a piece of gaffer's tape and that didn't work too well. So I wonder if we take that off, if it'll work any better. You know, it was worth a shot. It was a lot easier than taking it all apart. Basically the same thing as the other one, just a piece of rubber. If I can find another rubber band, probably from like the grocery aisle or something like that, like holding produce, then it'll probably be better. Oh, see? Wonderful. So... let's see if play works. Oh. It moved a teeny bit. Okay, so fast forward and reverse both work now. You see, if it gets power, it works. And it's working so beautifully now. I've got it dialed in. And I got all the electronics and stuff dialed in. You can there's so many potentiometers in this thing. I love it. You can adjust anything. So as long as this thing's working, it runs. But this is not working whenever I hit play. Let's rewind just one more time. I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. I don't know what's going on. So I do this and none of these are spinning at all. So that means no power is going to that motor. That's so weird. Well, since I've kind of fixed a problem, I guess I'll just put it on the shelf for some other time to troubleshoot it again. This takes so long to fix. Even though this thing ends up taking a lot of maintenance to even get it to remotely work, it sure is cool. And it's notable for me because it's my first top-loading VCR that I've really ever owned. I remember digging it up out of the dumpster behind a building over in Greenville, Illinois. They're just so nice. And it's funny. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 camcorders, and those camcorders are all broken also. I have a lot of maintenance to catch up on, but it's like, just like, how? Because for the longest time, almost all of them were working. I guess this is what happens whenever you let things sit for years. I don't know, it's weird. It's frustrating too. Oh well. Maybe I should get one of those really nice studio grade rack mountable VCRs. That'd be nice. Also a Betamax one, stuff like that. I mean, it's just nice just to have a thing so I can digitize different formats. Oh well. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I might just go to the thrift store and buy a bunch of VCRs and just see what works, and if the other ones don't work, I'll chuck them in the bin. You know, so it's like, fuck it, whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.